This is November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey, net control station for this evening's session of the 9H-HAM GlobalNet, getting ready to start promptly. Before I start the net, is there any emergency traffic or any other traffic for the net? November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey, standing by. Hearing no traffic, good evening to everybody. Happy holidays to everybody who is checking into the net. QST, QST, QST. This is November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey, net control station for this evening's session of the 9H-HAM GlobalNet originating from the Maltese Islands. The net meets every 2 weeks on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Central European Time to discuss topics related to amateur radio and the island's ham radio clubs, and for everybody to stop by and say hello. This is a directed net, and all traffic should go through net control. I have some special thanks to 9H1 Sugar Foxtrot Stephen and 9 Hotel 5 Fox Alpha Anthony for making this net possible, to 9H5 Sierra Nancy Marco and 9H1 Golf Papa Mark for allowing the use of the 9H1 UHF-R repeater, to Antoine 9H1 US and Herbert 9H1DH for allowing the use of the 9H1 DMR repeater, and to 9H5 Victor Golf let me try that again, to 9H5 Yankee Victor Glenn for allowing us to use the same branding as the 9H-HAM radio Facebook page, which he administers. We're going to have some check-ins, any announcements possibly on the net, a general discussion or a general greeting, and on we go with the net. This is Net Control, November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey. I will pause periodically for late check-ins. Let me give a pause here. Okay, let's start the 9H-HAM Global Net. I'll now take check-ins from any and all stations. Please leave a 5-second pause between check-ins. First of all, so that I can write it down, and I'm getting slower and slower every day. And secondly, so that everybody can get a chance to check in. Okay, let's take some check-ins. This is November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey Net Control Station for this evening's edition of the 9H-HAM Global Net. Any and all check-ins for the net this evening. I'll be copying.
Hotel 1, Foxtrot Bravo Sierra. 9 Hotel 1, Foxtrot Bravo Sierra.
Hotel 5 Foxtrot Alpha checking in. The name is Anthony.
I think everybody's shopping. I acknowledge 9 Hotel 1 Fox Bravo. Good evening, Charlie, and good evening to you, Anthony. 9 Hotel 5 Fox Alpha. No. The computer's saying, let's restart. No. We're not going to restart. Let's try some more check-ins. This is November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey for the 9H-HAM Global Net.
Alpha Papa Whiskey, 9 Hotel 1 Sugar Fox, 9 Hotel 1 Sugar Fox, operator Stephen. November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey,
This is 9 Hotel 5 Foxtrot Alpha again. I have 9 Hotel 5 Foxtrot Mike, Franz Mikhailov, who is listening at the moment, but can't transmit, at least at this minute. He can? Wait a minute, because I'm seeing him on GT. Yeah, okay, he's telling me that he can, so he'll get. And they also have Jonathan Galia, who's a shortwave listener, and he's listening in at the moment, and he might be participating on board my call sign at some point in the time later on. So, and back to net control. This is 9 Hotel 5 Foxtrot Alpha.
Okay, very good. Thank you for that, Anthony. And I also acknowledge 9 Hotel 1 Sugar Fox, Stephen, 9 Hotel 5 Fox Mike, Franz, and Jonathan Galia, who's listening as a shortwave listener. Hopefully you'll get your ham ticket sometime soon. Any other check-ins for this evening's session of the net at this point in time? November 7, Alpha Papa Whiskey. I heard somebody bring up a repeater, but I didn't hear anything, so try again, please. Okay, hearing nothing, this is November 7, Alpha Papa Whiskey, net control station for this evening's edition of the 9H-HAM GlobalNet. As I said in the beginning, good evening to everybody, happy holidays to everybody, Merry Christmas, and a very happy New Year to everybody too. Are there any announcements for the net? Let me start there, and then a bit later I'll take some more check-ins. Any announcements for the net this evening? November 7, Alpha Papa Whiskey.
November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey, 9 Hotel 5 Foxtrot Mike, Francis here. Good evening from my side. Okay, it's been a long time not been on this frequency because I had trouble. I don't know what the thing is. Sometimes it doesn't. The repeater doesn't open, but I think I know what it is because few meters away from where I live, in Bujiba, I have two tower cranes, two big, large tower cranes, and a block of apartments, new block of apartments. So sometimes when the wind blows in certain direction, one of the towers came into a position that the repeater doesn't open. Mike, back to you. November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey, 9 Hotel 5 Foxtrot Mike.
This is 100% copy, a little white noise, but you're in there solid. I can hear you quite well through Echolink from here in Wyoming, so you're doing well. Well, you know, a little homebrew 4-element beam on a stick, that's what I used to have, works wonders because it has about 10 dB a gain, and it'll be able to go through all that metal structure on I'm assuming it's a crane tower. That's an assumption, having seen so many photographs of cranes on the island and know the building. That's an assumption of mine, and I may be totally wrong. So, but if it's moving in the wind, I hope it's a crane and not a permanent structure. Welcome to the net. Good evening. Happy holidays to you and your family. I'm going to run up to the top and see what everybody has to say. I hope the weather is nice. It is cold here. We just had our third snowfall of the season. It is approximately minus 5 degrees Celsius at the time, and our high today is 0 Celsius. But after all, we are in Wyoming. And it looks like Christmas out there, and it looks nice and warm inside, and I'll stay inside. Charlie, pick it up. Good evening to you, and nice to hear your voice. 9 Hotel 1 Fox Bravo Sugar with the 9H-HAM GlobalNet, November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey.
LKN7APW 9H1FBS with the net. I think it's the global net actually, but I may be wrong. Anyway, I tried to make this net to talk to you actually, because we haven't spoken for some time. I hope that you get my message. I send a lot of message. But anyway, greetings to all. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. الملت الطيب والسنة الطيبة للكل. It was cloudy today. We had an errand to do, and we did get it done. As I go along, I'm realizing that I get more tired quicker. I'm not tired now, but and we did go by bus. Holy moly, we must be getting old, man. Anyway, won't hold it. Just say hello to everybody and all the people who are listening. And I got your message, Anthony, so I'm here. I think that maybe I shouldn't take too long and send it back over to Jerry there. Yeah, it's cool, but not cold. 16 degrees even for us is not cold, you know. But that's what it was today. N7APW with the 9H-HAM GlobalNet 9H1FBS.
Well, very good, Charlie. 9H1FBS and the 9H-HAM GlobalNet, November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey returning. Very good indeed. 16 degrees Celsius, huh? Wow. That'll happen in about 5 months over here. Winter is here. And it's almost the 21st of December, so it's right on time. Anthony, I'll pass it over to you. 9 Hotel 5 Fox Alpha. I have a feeling that all the streets are busy and the shoppers are shopping, some of them panicking because it's getting very, very close to Christmas, and maybe they're trying to find something specific or special that's not on the shelf anymore. I tried not to wait too long, but oh well. It's a bad habit of mine. 9 Hotel 5 Fox Alpha with the 9H-HAM GlobalNet. Did I say that right, Charlie? I know you'll fix me up if I didn't. Go ahead, Anthony, N7APW.
November 7 APW. This is 9 Hotel 5 Fox Alpha. Well, yes, at the moment there is that usual shopping spree just before Christmas, but there is also a dilemma because the COVID cases have been increasing recently, and I had some sort of spikes which are higher than usual, and there are people in favor of still holding sort of group gatherings for the festivities and people who are against. So there are some heated discussions at the moment going on social media. And there are some people who want to go to restaurants and some people who don't want. And some people who want to go shopping and some people who don't want to and prefer to have home delivery. And then we have the international shipping seems to have slowed down substantially, and things are taking ages to come from abroad. At least personal items which we order from within Europe, which usually come in a couple of days, now are taking 2 weeks or more. But that's a COVID-related issue, I guess. But it's also a Christmas postal overload related issue too. But we're getting along fine. We do have projected very low temperatures coming for this weekend. Apparently being described as freezing temperatures. I'm not sure what the numbers are. But obviously we have heaters, we have air conditioners, so we're well equipped to stay inside and keep warm. Although whatever freezing temperature definition the Maltese have is very different from the freezing temperature definition which you have, Jerry, back in Wyoming. Back to you, Net Control. This is 9 Hotel 5 Foxtrot Alpha.
Daphne 9H5FA with the 9H-HAM GlobalNet and 7APW. You know what's interesting though? A few weeks ago I went to visit my daughter in Texas, and we took a trip down memory lane, I suppose you could say. She drove me all the way down to Corpus Christi and Padre Island, which are on the Gulf Coast. And it was 61 degrees outside, which is about what it is on Malta right now. And I was on the beach, and as soon as I put my feet in the water, I started feeling cold, and I had to get out, and I had to put a jacket on, simply because the humidity was a lot higher than I'm used to over here. The humidity right now over here may be 20%, but on the Gulf Coast, even in the end of November, it was somewhere in the neighborhood of 85%. And so humidity and wind, of course, caused me to have to wear a jacket. And I'm going, yeah, now I know why when I was on Malta in wintertime, it wouldn't be that cold temperature-wise, but you'd still feel cold because of the humidity and the wind. And I remember many times I used to go carol singing around the streets of a town or village, and by 9 o'clock, I'm ready for my hot cup of cocoa. All right, very good. Thank you for that report, and let me pass it over to Stephen. I hope you're doing well, Stephen. Happy holidays to you and your family. 9 Hotel 1 Sugar Fox with the 9H-HAM GlobalNet, November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey.
November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey. This is 9 Hotel 1 Sugar Fox. Very good. Okay, Jerry. Yeah, like Anthony said, the COVID spikes have gone up. The numbers gone up a good amount at the moment. And yes, also the weather is being okay. A bit cool. Gets colder in the evening, obviously during the evening, but during the day, it's generally okay. Depends where you are on the island also. And also, as you know, Maltese houses, Maltese stone, if it gets wet, it will stay wet, and it will stay cold also. But anyway, I haven't got much really to say. Jerry, just nice to hear you all this evening. And I was just doing some work on the computer here, just to fix up some stuff here on the computer. But anyway, all right, Jerry, I will pass the microphone back to you, and we'll see who else will come onto the net this evening. November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey. This is 9 Hotel 1 Sugar Fox.
Well, very good, Stephen. It's nice to hear your voice and the smile on your voice. It always is a good indicator that you're doing okay, and that's what I wish for everybody. Let's see if Francis wants to say anything else. You're coming in fine, Francis, this evening, and maybe one day that metal structure will just move away. 9H5 Fox Mike with the 9H-HAM GlobalNet, November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey.
9 Hotel 5, Foxtrot Bravo Sierra. 9 Hotel 5, Foxtrot Mike. Good evening, Charles. Good evening, Jbin. Long time no speak. Okay. Sorry. I hope you're feeling well, Charles B.
Okay, very good, Francis. This is Jerry, his brother. Everybody tells us we sound the same, but do we sound that much the same? I wonder. Let's see if Jonathan wants to say something. Jonathan, good evening to you. Thanks for checking in and listening to the net. Hopefully, as I said before, you'll get your ham radio ticket very soon. And all the best wishes for you and your family for the coming holiday season. And let me give a pause here for you, see if you have something to say for the net this evening, or to the net. And we'll go from there. November 7, Alpha Papa Whiskey.
November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey. This is 9 Hotel 5 Foxtrot Alpha. I'm with Jonathan at the moment on Jitsi, and at the moment he doesn't have his handset with him, so he doesn't have a radio at the moment at his present location. So unfortunately, he is listening through a receiver, but he doesn't have a transmitter available. So he said hi, said hello, sent his regards to everyone. I'm talking to him at the moment through Jitsi, so but he's hearing us, but he can't come back to us. So hello everyone from Jonathan. This is 9 Hotel 5 Foxtrot Alpha.
Okie dokie, thank you for that, Anthony, and 73s, and best wishes to you, Jonathan, and your family as well. This is this is November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey Net Control Station for this evening's session of the 9H-HAM Global Net. Let's take some more check-ins. Please leave a 5-second pause. November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey.
November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey, 9 Hotel 5, Foxtrot Mike. Sorry, Jerry. I thought it was Charles. Because there's noises here, and I thought it's Charles. Okay. Jerry, sorry. Okay, Mike, back to you, Charles. Jerry.
No apology needed. It's been years and years and years that people have been telling us that we sound the same. In fact, one time when Charlie came to visit me in Houston, he got on the local repeater that I used to talk on, and when I was driving home, one of my friends said, he goes, "What do you mean you're driving home?" I said, I just left work and I'm going home. And it's like a 40-minute drive, whatever it was. And he said, "I just talked to you half an hour ago." I said, "It wasn't me." and he said, "Well, who was it?" And I said, "You probably talked to my brother with a 9H1FVS/N5. And he goes, "Oh, yeah, you sure sound the same." So it's been going on for a long time. We like to confuse people. What can I say? No apologies needed. Okay, any check-ins, any other check-ins for the 9H-HAM Global Net this evening? The 30th of 2021, which is a couple of days before New Year's. Would everybody prefer that we hold the net on that day or skip a week and hold it in the first week of 2022? Charlie, what do you think? 9H1FBS and 7APW.
First part of your transmission because the repeater was sending its ID.
Repeat that. I said there's a question for the group. The next net is to be held on December 30th, which is a couple of days before New Year's. Would everybody rather have the net in 2 weeks or the first week in January? That's the question, Charlie. Go ahead.
I'm not going anywhere on the 30th. It's okay by me, but whatever the group decides. I know that many people would be busy around that time. Maybe they would be organizing some family gatherings. So to me, it's okay. Both okay. This morning I met a guy wherever I went. I went to a phone company. And, most of the people here, gentlemen, are foreign born. And I don't know if you know, but if anybody is interested in sports, I've just came to know that we have a local cricket team which is doing quite well in the European cricket scene, and they're planning to go for the World Cup next year. So there you go. This guy is part of the team, so that was very interesting. I went for another thing. I didn't, but many people are who work in these places are not from Malta, let's say that. They may be Maltese, but they're not from Malta. Anyway, back to net with that tidbit of information. Bore everybody to tears. 9H1FBS.
Very good, Charlie, and thank you for your response. Anthony, your feelings on when to hold the net. 9 Hotel 5 FA and 7 APW on the 9H-HAM Global Net.
Seven, Papa Whiskey, 9 Hotel 5 Foxtrot Alpha. I am available on the 30th. The only difference might be that might be a different QTH, but I will be able to connect through Echolink. But I can still go ahead as normal. So I've got no issues with that. And I will have an internet connection, so I'll also be able to stream to the YouTube channel. We don't have anything particularly planned for the 30th at this time. So let's see what the general feeling is. November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey, this is 9 Hotel 5 Foxtrot Alpha.
Okay, very good. And yeah, that would be nice. Going somewhere different. Everybody these days, the first thing we ask for is there an internet connection? Oh, how life has changed over the decades. 9 Hotel 1 Sugar Fox, Stephen, what do you think? And 7 APW.
Okay, November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey, 9 Hotel 1 Sugar Fox. It doesn't really bother me if you guys want to do it on the 30th, no problem. No problem. Like, it shouldn't be a problem. If I don't come in, it doesn't matter. So, no problem. We keep it the way it is for now. From my side, anyway. November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey, 9 Hotel 1 Sugar Fox.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Francis, how about you? 9 Hotel 5 Fox Mike, November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey. Do you prefer it in 2 weeks' time on the 30th of December or the week after, which is the first week of 2022? My goodness, how time flies. Go ahead, Francis.
Okay, Jerry. For me, no problem. It's the same for me, Jerry. When you decide, November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey, 9 Hotel 5 Foxtrot Mike. Mike, back to you.
Okay, very good. Keep that antenna where it is. And tell the wind not to blow. You're coming in quite nicely today. Night Hotel 5 Fox Mike with the 9H-HAM GlobalNet, November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey. Jonathan, I'm sure you're talking to Anthony. What do you think? It looks like everybody doesn't mind it being in 2 weeks' time on the regular schedule. I'll pass it over to you, Anthony, and if Jonathan has anything for as far as this topic is concerned, I'd like to hear it. November 7, Alpha Papa Whiskey.
Papa Whiskey, this is 9 Hotel 5 Foxtrot Alpha. I've just spoken to Jonathan now, and for him it's fine if we still hold the net. He might or he might not be able to participate, but wherever he can participate, he will participate. But he's just yet unsure whether he will be able to in 2 weeks' time, but we can. He told me we should still go ahead and hold it as usual. Back to you, November 7, Alpha Papa Whiskey.
Okay, very good. Everybody agrees that the 30th should be the date for the next net, and that's what we'll do. And I'll be more than happy to call that net too. Let's see. This is November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey, net control station for this evening session of the 9H-HAM GlobalNet. We're not connected to Dave's the KC1NOC system. It seems the system is off. I don't know exactly why. It could be something as simple as a power failure or perhaps lack of internet service. Dave lives in a rural area, and so at times he has some connectivity / power issues because of high winds especially, but also some severe storms. And I'm sure everybody's heard about all those tornadoes. I was listening today. Somebody found a picture, a family picture, and took a picture of it and posted it on the social services. And the picture was from a house 128 miles away. So this one tornado that hit Kentucky and some other states a few days ago carried this piece of paper, because that's really what it was, 128 miles, and it stayed intact. And that's pretty amazing to me. All right, let's see if there are any other check-ins for this evening's net. COVID is This one is a fast one. You know, they're saying here now that it's doubling every infections are doubling every 2 days. And of course, in some areas of the world, including the United Kingdom, it's pretty evident that it's a fast mover. Hopefully, it's not as deadly as the others, and it doesn't send many people to hospital. That's the hope that we have. But these viruses take their course and do their thing, so that's just a fact of life. Anyway, any more check-ins for the 9H-HAM GlobalNet? This is November 7, Alpha Papa Whiskey, standing by. Okay, hearing none. Does anybody have anything else for the net before I close tonight's net?
Control, this is 9 Hotel 5 Foxtrot Alpha. Just asking, does anyone currently on the net ever have used an application called Zello? So it's Zulu, Echo, Lima, Oscar, Zello. It exists for Android, it exists for iOS, it exists for Windows, it exists for Linux. I think it also exists for Mac. So I've been playing around with this for some time. So this is basically on the face of it, it's a walkie-talkie app, but which operates through data channels, either internet or mobile data or whatever. But it contains a number of channels in which you can participate, and some of these channels are actually hooked up to amateur radio repeaters. And you need to be an amateur radio. You need to have an amateur radio license to actually be able to access these channels. So actually Zello, through this way, is providing another way how to access certain repeaters around the globe. I'm not sure if anyone sort of played around with this app. There are a number of YouTube videos which look at this app from a ham enthusiast point of view. I'd be happy to provide some information on it, at least just from my personal experience, those things that I've been playing around with during the next net, if there's general interest, and sort of I can say what I discovered in this sort of application to now, which is actually it's freeware, and it's quite a nifty, interesting app which exists for several platforms. Back to you, Net Control. This is 9 Hotel 5 Foxtrot Alpha.
Now you got us all curious. You feel like doing it right now, Anthony? Go ahead.
Now, Jerry, what I was thinking was, I'll prepare sort of something structured and with some specific examples. Some specific channels which I have to go back into Zello to look up, and I'll sort of talk about it during the next net in today fortnight. But I need to prepare myself with a couple of notes on a bit of paper so that I can sort of give some specific examples, which at the moment I don't have off the top of my head. Back to you, Net Control. This is 9 Hotel 5 Foxtrot Alpha.
Okay. reminds me of the first time I watched the Food Channel. I'm watching the Food Channel, and after about half an hour, I'm going, why am I so hungry? Well, yeah, you've been watching people cooking food. I mean, you know, the only thing we're lacking when we watch that kind of program are the smells. Oh, and the plates. That is great. Thank you very much. 9H-5FA with the 9H-HAM GlobalNet, November 7, Alpha Papa Whiskey, returning. Does anybody have anything else for the net, or are there any other late check-ins? I have it on my phone, actually, and I might have to play with it within the next 2 weeks. And now you got my curiosity all piqued up. Anybody with anything else for the net or any other late check-ins? November 7, Alpha Papa Whiskey with the 9H-HAM GlobalNet. Okay, hearing nothing else, I'd like to thank everybody for checking into the net. I'd like to thank everybody who has made this net possible. And from the bottom of my heart, المليت الطيب للكل والسنة الجديدة مملية رزق بركة وسلام. So 73s for now. Have a good evening. And we'll see you in about 2 weeks. This is November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey, closing tonight's edition of the 9H-HAM GlobalNet. Good evening, everybody, and thank you for checking in.
And thank you, Jerry, for your net control and for keeping everything ship-shape and well-organized. This is 9 Hotel 5 Foxtrot Alpha.
Okay, Anthony, have a good evening. We'll talk soon. I think I'm going to go find some food. And keep smiling. And yeah, I look forward to Zello. I think it's interesting. All right, 73s, good evening to you. We'll talk soon. 9H-5FA and the group and 7APW.
For 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey, 9 Hotel 1 Sierra Fox, just to wish you Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, and we'll speak to you just before New Year's there, so take care, and thanks for everything there. Thank you for everything. November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey, 9 Hotel 1 Sierra Fox, going clear.
November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey, 9 Hotel 5, Foxtrot Mike. I wish you Happy Christmas. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, Mike, back to you. Going clear.
Okay, Francis. Okay, Steve. نرنgrazzjakom ta' xewqat sbieħ. Nixtieqilkom il-koll nisbaħ xewqat ukoll. Jekk alla rrid nismakom ġimgħatej oħra, naqra wara l-miliet. Jew jekk ikolli ftit żmien nerġgħu nitlgħu hekk u ngħidu 4 kelmiet. 73 sbieb inkellimkom iktar tard. 9H-1 Sugar Fox u 9H-5 Fox Mike and 7APW. Saħħa ħbieb.
Tajjeb li l-kulħadd. Dan 9 Hotel 5 Foxtrot Alpha.